Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be giving you my personal favorite criteria for finding your Amazon product in 2019. So a lot of the time, the question comes down to maybe you found a product, it fits some general private label criteria, and then you get cold feet and it's like, well, I don't know if I should actually launch this. I'm going to give you a template here that you can use, run your product through this. If it looks like all this, there's no reason to get paralysis by overanalysis, and you should just start taking some actions. Really the best way to learn, right? You got to go do something. Start it and finish it. Don't just start it, find products, and never start selling on Amazon, okay? Hope all of you can get to the point where you're actually, you have the tools, you have Jungle Scout, you know how to use it, you could consistently find new products, and you're actually listing them. You're not just finding them. So let's get into it. Savage Seller's criteria. Page 1 should have an average review count of 50 to 75. So what that means, you've heard that plenty of times, and I'm going to run through all of them. There's some new ones that I've added in here, so stay tuned, please. So when we're looking, this is Jungle Scout. If you guys don't have Jungle Scout, it's a tool that lets you analyze Amazon, see exactly how much people are making revenue, how many monthly sales they're getting, how many reviews they have, what their rank is. That'll be linked in the description. You could pick it up. I got you guys $20 off. If you don't have it, that's where you start. That's how you start doing product research. Now, when you're looking at it, this is a market. So you pull up the broadest key term for the market, and you're looking at the Jungle Scout just on the search results, right? What it should look like, I've given two examples here. One's good, green equals good, red equals bad. Probably didn't have to write that. So if we look at the reviews here, now I don't know why I didn't include it. You can actually see it, it's right here. That's what this column is. If you look at the reviews, on average, if we were to average all these numbers out, it'd probably be like 40 something, is my guess. Because we have 38, 34, and yeah, we have some higher ones, 86, 94, 84. But we have a lot of low ones too, 36, 54, 24, 22, 4. On average, 50 to 75. That's what I'm seeing here. A good rule of thumb is that when you look at it, it should almost all be double or single digits. It's okay if there's a couple bigger ones. I don't mind seeing the occasional 225. I just moved that whole thing. I don't mind seeing the occasional 106, the occasional 325. But on average, that's what it should look like. Consistent revenue, so $5,000 to $15,000 a month. Lately, what I've been looking at is more like 3 to 10. So I've kind of lowered what I'm looking for. I'm just kind of going for stuff that will be really easy to rank organically. Come in there with an absolutely better product, and Amazon should do the work for you. That's really how it should work. There shouldn't be this complex launch. Honestly, you should be able to throw it up there, one ad campaign on Amazon internally, and it should sell. If you have a great product and a great differentiation, it shouldn't be this big task, with external traffic and all these other things. You should be able to do it pretty easily if you're just kind of grabbing these low-hanging products that people are overlooking, right? Who wouldn't want to make an extra, $1,700 a month, right? That's probably half profit. And who wouldn't want to make another $6,000 a month? That's a full-time job. That's more than a full-time job. It's like 2 full-time jobs. So average revenue and consistent revenue, right? So what I mean by consistent is that person's making a good amount of money. They're making 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 money. And you get the pattern here. It's consistent. So if you land anywhere on the top of page 1, it's consistent revenue. So you'll be making between $2,000 to $12,000. Law of averaging would tell you that. Average price over $16.99. Now I've adjusted this. So by the way, guys, if you haven't already, you want to actually implement this and learn how to use this criteria, learn how to find things that fit this criteria and actually change your life. It's the first link in the description. It's called the Savage Sellers course, and it's completely donation based. So there's a $5 minimum just to prevent a lot of spam downloads that I was getting. But everything after that. So if you can only afford to pay, $100 for a $500 course, that's what it should be, is $500. If you only afford to pay $100, that's fine. I'll let you take the course. So you could head over there. It's a little box. You could type in whatever you can afford. If you guys really want to learn how to sell on Amazon, technically you could take the whole course for $5. I obviously encourage you to donate what you actually can. because I put a ton of time into it. It's a full-length Amazon FBA course. Next one. So like I said, this in my course, this is $12.99 because I'm kind of trying to show you guys that you can start with a little less money. This is like my new updated one. Cool thing about the course is I'm always updating it, right? So not always, I haven't yet, but I'm, now that I'm settled in, I just put the course out a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. So now that I'm settling in, I'll actually be updating the course with all of this new information. It's a perfect time to hop over there. I'm making a lot of changes. And Amazon's always changing. So the people that are on top of their game and are innovating are going to be the ones ahead of everyone else. There's always like a yearly change on Amazon. It's like it was different in 2017 to 2018 to 2019. It's always different. So you just have to catch the curve and be on top of it. Revenue shouldn't be too high. And I love this one. This is like one of my favorites. When revenue is really high, say there's several people making like $25,000 per month, it's going to get a lot of attention. And there's going to be a ton of people hopping in that market, which really ruins your chance of the new seller, a beginner seller. Not that you can't come in there and make money. Someone a little bit more advanced could probably very, very much so prosper in an environment like that. But this is aimed for beginners. So you don't really want to be competing with guys that are making $30,000 per month right out of the gate. Or you want to get your feet wet, get a couple products going that are making $3,000 a month, $100 a day. So making a couple $100 a day, you're hitting 10K a month. So you got 3 products doing $3,000, 9, 10K a month. Take some of that money, set it aside, and say, okay, in a couple months I'll do a $5,000, a $6,000, a $7,000 product launch. It's going to be a higher ticket. I'm going to really spend a lot of time on differentiation. But for now, in the beginning, focus on markets where it looks like this. A lot of 3s, a lot of 4s, a lot of 5s, up to 10. That's what I would say. So average revenue, 6 to 15. We're actually going to change this right before your eyes. 3 to 10. Let's just make that change because that's really what I'm applying. And like I said, I'm making these kind of changes all the time. Average revenue should be 3 to 10,000, right? As a beginner. So not to say that it doesn't work elsewhere, right? Don't take everything that I'm saying with conviction. This is a great beginning structure. And if your product meets all those criteria, it's probably a good sign to say, hey, use that $1,200 and go try that product out. Okay? Don't go out to a bunch of restaurants and spend that $1,200 on clothes. This could be a game changer. This could be a life changer. Maybe try it out. If it doesn't, if it looks more red, and we'll get into that in a second, then keep looking. It's as simple as that. A lot of people get discouraged. People even email me, message me, say, hey, is it even viable anymore? I can't find products. I'm like, dude, I just found a product this morning that I'm looking into selling. What do you mean? That's a silly question. And they're like, well, I'm doing my best. I can't find anything. Well, that's your mindset. That's what you're telling yourself. You're telling yourself you can't find anything. Change your mindset and see the abundance. It's easier than ever to get going on Amazon. There's all these tools. It's crazy. So just sit down and consistently do product research and don't give up till you find that awesome product. All right, getting into it. This is a big one. This is a new one. Less than 50 sellers, guys. I don't see a lot of people talking about this. I think maybe Yaniv talked about it once. Maybe Matt, forget his last name, Laberstein, something like that. He said something about it. I'm not seeing it around, and this is something that needs to get out there. Less than 50 sellers, guys. Anything over that, and it's like competition has become so focused on reviews, right? We're looking so much at this. Oh my God, what am I doing? We're looking so much at this, that we're not looking at the number of sellers, guys. So what you need to actually focus on is there even room in this market for me to come in? Or am I just another guy throwing a product up when there's 500 other listings there, right? So the importance of this, and if you haven't watched the video I just posted, the one right before this, if you go in chronological order on my channel in my video section, sorted by newest, one I just posted yesterday, covers this deeply. And we actually do product research and we find a product that meets this criteria. However, the reason you have to look at the number of sellers is because you're not, okay, let me out of here. More. Okay, I guess we're zooming in that much. That's okay. The reason you have to find something with that many sellers, under 50 I would say, is because, guys, you're not going to land right on page 1 right away. It's gonna take some energy, and it's kind of just like averaging, right? If there's 500 listings and you're 1 out of 500, a lot harder for you to fight your way up. If there's 50 sellers, there's 1 page of results, 50 listings, not even just sellers, 50 listings, it's gonna be pretty easy to fight through. And maybe, what if there's 25 or 20 or 15 listings? With a couple sales, maybe 1 sale a day, you'll be at the bottom of page 1 or middle of page 1 right from the get-go. You'll start getting more organic traffic because of that. And again, you're not going to be crushing it doing $100,000 a month. That's not my purpose here. I'm just trying to replace a job, right? So many people are just sick of working. That's what this could do for you. $3,000 a month. That's what a ton of people are living off of. The majority, like the US average is like 60,000 combined household. So it's actually less than this per month individually. So could be a game changer, guys. Less than 50 sellers, and let's move on to the next one. Like I said, if you didn't watch my last video, go watch that. I'll cover this new one a lot more there. Greater than 250 sales. Oh, here we go. Zoom. Let's do like 150. Okay. That's a little too far. 200 was good. Cool. So greater than 250 sales. That's what we're referring to right here. So this is sales, monthly sales, and it's a little bit off here. Let's go like that. Cool. Now they're kind of lined up a little better. So this is monthly sales. And we were looking at this in Jungle Scout. It'll look more like this red one. You'll actually see these listed above. I don't know why I cut that off. Monthly sales should be over 250 because our goal is kind of like 8, 10, 15 sales a day. 250 has you right around 8 sales a day, 9 sales a day, right? The whole point of making sure that there's plenty of, and I'm not so strict on this. Like you see, I called this good. There's not a ton of sales. It's like a good beginner product. Okay, so on average, it almost looks like more people are averaging 150, 200. I would say even 150, right? And there's 2 guys doing better up here. Cool thing about something like this, with the average price over $16.99 instead of over say $12.99 or $14, I actually aim for $20 to $30. We'll get into that in a second, but you're just trying to see that there's room for you, right? If all these people are making this many monthly sales, if I make my product a little bit better, I find a different supplier that has a different version that's not up there already, and I put that one up, I could take a small number of sales from everyone else and collectively get myself 250 sales or 300 sales. That's the goal, right? And we're getting towards the end here, not seasonal. So you could use Google Trends to determine that. Simple enough. You guys could figure that out. Go search the product in Google Trends. Not complex. So we don't want to sell something like, what do I have next to me, right? Like a gimbal. That's like out of your league right now. That's like a huge, big startup company to launch like an electronic product like that. That's super complex. There's motors in it. It's mechanical. It charges. There's a lot of buttons, a lot of features. It syncs with your phone. That's too complex to sell on Amazon as a beginner. Even most people probably won't ever end up touching that, even as advanced sellers. That's like a totally different playing field, right? That's tech. We're not trying to sell something super complex. Maybe what do I have next? Something like this. Perfect Amazon FBA product, right? So it's a carabiner, but it has a knife on it and like a saw, right? That's like an Amazon FBA product. So it's light, it's small, it's cheap, has a little compass on it. That is a good Amazon FBA product. It's not too complex, right? There's not really a lot of moving parts. You don't plug it in. Something like this, that's like ideal, but also not too basic. Don't sell a pen, okay? Go to CVS, get yourself a pen for $1. Not patented. Google patents. So again, you could look that up with Google patents. Simply search your product's key term. If you see drawings that look very similar to the product you're trying to sell or a description that fits it perfectly, don't sell that product. You're gonna end up having to take it down. It's gonna be ugly. You'll be stuck with a bunch of inventory. No one wants that. So let's kind of analyze this now. I actually have to start wrapping this up. I have a call like right now. This is good. Consistent sales, consistent revenue, low reviews, and a high sales price. That's really good because you don't have to sell as many. This is not as good. Low sales price, a lot higher monthly sales, but also the reviews are very competitive. And if you could see this graph and it kept going on, there's like well over 200 sellers for this product. So that's why I kind of deemed it not as good. There was under 50 for this one. Can't really see that here. I'm not going to show you a huge giant list. And that's going to do it, guys. So if you haven't already, go jump in the Savage Sellers course. Like I said, you can learn how to implement all this stuff and follow the step-by-step guide to selling on Amazon in 2019. It's different now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.